Hey guys, so I'm your new Sunday, which is pretty cool. My name's Neve, I'm 14 and I'm from England, and I will be hosting your Sunday. So I will be introducing each topic of the week and making videos, and yeah, I'm super excited. So, two things that I would like to point out before I get into the video. One, my hair will not always be this super insane. I plaited it last night after having a shower, and now it's kind of that. I look a bit like an 80s rock star, but you know, let's go with it. Please try to ignore it during the video. I will probably faff with it a lot. I do that, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. And the second thing is I am uploading this from my iPhone because my laptop, as some of you may know, is broken right now and I can't edit on it, and I think it's got a virus, I'm not sure. I know like my virus thing that I used to have to protect it kind of broke or stopped working, so I need to get someone to look at it, but I haven't been able to do that yet because the place that I go to, they shut for half term because I basically go to my mum's work to get it fixed because she has an IT guy, and my mum works in a school, so it was closed. I've got a cold, so I sound a bit strange. Okay, so this week we are doing monthly favourites of insert product of your choice here. So, I don't know what that was, just accept it. I make weird hand gestures when I make videos. Anyway, I'm going to be doing skincare because I am a massive skincare junkie. I love it, I obsess over it. So I don't know whether you guys can see today because of nicely placed lighting, but I have acne. It's not cystic and it's not kind of really bad, but you know, it's to the point where I've been to a doctor before and they've given me alcohol and pills for it and things like that. I haven't tried, you know, I can't remember what the name of it is, that acupuncture or whatever you have to do to like inject yourself and then it kind of goes away with it. I haven't tried that yet because it hasn't been bad enough. But I wanted to show you guys the products that I use. There is something in the way of my face. I wanted to show you the products that I use because I think they're really working for me at the moment. I haven't been using my acne cream a lot, which is why my acne is kind of bad again, but certainly when I was using it, it got so much better. So yeah, I'll show you guys what I use. So I have combination to oily skin as well, to the point where like some of my TMI, but some of the patches of my face will be wet with oil and others will be dry to the point of peeling, like especially around here, my jawline and my cheeks, and kind of up here, it gets very dry. So I do need to be careful with what I'm using in case it strips any of those oils or adds to them. So for removing my makeup, I use the cleansing milk, and then afterwards is a word. Afterwards, I use the toning lotion, and these are by Clarins, and they're specially formulated for combination to oily skin, and they're really good, and I like them. Basically what you do is you wet your face, and then you take this on a flannel or a sponge or whatever you use to clean your face. You can just use your fingers if you want, and you basically rub this on your face and it takes off all your foundation. I wouldn't use this around the eyes, just because it's not as gentle as eye makeup remover. You can, and as long as you don't get it in your eye, you'll be fine, but it's just a bit more, not perfume, but it's just a bit stronger. It's just a bit strong for your eyes, so I wouldn't use it for taking off eyeliner or anything like that, but you can. It does the job. So yeah, that's what the cleansing milk is, and then you just use the toner afterwards as kind of like to close your pores and do all that stuff. So yeah, then for removing my eye makeup, I'm a bit of a Clarins junkie, I like Clarins. You have to shake it because there isn't an emulsifier in it. But it's the Instant Eye Makeup Remover. And it takes off waterproof and heavy makeup as well. I used to use a sensitive one because I have like eyes. Okay, this is kind of like, it's kind of weird. I'm not allergic to anything in eye products as far as I know. But my eyes do inflame when I'm wearing heavy makeup like every day for a week. So during the half terms and during summer holidays when I'm wearing kind of lots of eyeshadow and lots of eyeliner, because I like going big on makeup most of the time, when I'm wearing lots of that for long periods of time, they do inflame a bit. So I used to use the gentle one, and then my eyes kind of got a bit better, so now I'm just using the instant one because that takes off makeup better and quicker and easier, so you don't have to kind of like claw at your eyes to get it out. So that's what I use to take off my makeup. Then I want to show you guys something I used to use. I don't use this anymore because since I got my Clarion stuff, but it's a bit gross now because it's been in my shower for ages. But this is the Witch, I was going to say Witch Hazel. I think it's the same company as Witch Hazel, but I don't think this is Witch Hazel. I think they're both like two companies, like sister companies or whatever, but this is just Witch. Naturally Clear Oil Control Foaming Face Wash. So I used to use this before I started using my acne cream, but since I use my acne cream, I was a bit worried using anything that would combat oil or shine just in case it dried my face out too much, because most acne creams, when they have acid or alcohol in, they strip your face of any oils or any skin and dead skin cells, and you know, that acne, it really does strip your face, like that's what they do. So you do need to be careful on what you're using, because I think I developed acne when I was around 11, and I was super insecure about it, because I hadn't started wearing makeup yet on a full-time basis. I was just kind of borrowing my mum's. So it was the wrong colour for me and it looked kind of gross, so I would just go in with my acne showing, and it was kind of horrible for me. It was a really horrific time because I would be bullied for it. So I went to the shop one day with my own money, and I bought every single acne getting rid of product I could find. I bought like the whole Clearasil range at that point. For getting rid of acne, and I put it all on my face at once, and it burnt like hell. My skin was peeling, it was stinging. I had to put ice on my face because it was so burnt from all that acne, from all that acid, sorry. So I was so worried, like I still am so worried of getting that again, like just putting too much oil and too much acid on my face. So I try not to use too many products at once. But yeah, I used to use this. If you don't have acne, but you do have oily to combination skin, I would recommend this because it's a good oil control thing. I just don't use it anymore because I'm a bit scared of over something in my face. It's hard to explain, like over kind of medicating my face, I guess. I'm just a bit worried for putting too much stuff on. So, as a moisturiser, I don't really use moisturiser properly because my acne cream does moisturise it. I think this is just because I have such oily skin. I think if someone with dry skin were to use the acne cream, it would make their skin drier. I don't think you should use it as a moisturiser, but for me it works. But when I do want to moisturise my face, and when before I put makeup on, I use the Moisture Match Garnier one, and this is the mattifying fresh cream one for combination to oily skin. This is good. It burns a bit. I don't know whether that's just my sensitive skin or whether it's a combination of my moisturiser and my acne cream or something else that I'm using that's kind of reacting with it, but it kind of burns for me, but it's not too much. It's not like overwhelming kind of I need to get this off my face. It's just a bit of like a tingle. So that's that. Then for my acne cream, which to anyone who has acne, whether it's cystic or whether you have it on your back, your chest, your face, anywhere, I swear, I would swear by this. This is so good for taking off acne. Like as soon as I put it on my face, well, not as soon as, but like after using it for 2 or 3 days, I noticed a big difference. So this is Quinoderm. I don't know whether you guys can see it because I think the camera's reversed, but I'm not entirely sure. I use the Quinoderm 5. Now you can use the 5 or the 10. I think the 5 is measuring the percentage of benzoyl peroxide in it. So if you have cystic acne or if you have really bad acne, then you should use the 10. But if you have sensitive skin or your acne isn't too bad, or you know, you don't need a lot of it, I would use the 5. So I use the 5 just because I don't have it all over my face and it's not cystic and it doesn't get too angry and inflamed. I do get pimples, like acne. I do get acne, but it's not to the point of like I can't touch my face because it's painful, you know. I can go and it's fine. But yeah, that's why I use the Quinidam 5. So yeah, I would recommend that to anyone who has any sort of acne. For me, I don't have acne on my back. I have acne on my chest, worse than on my face. But again, it's not cystic, so I don't need to use the 10. I would recommend getting the 10. I would only recommend getting the 10, sorry, if you don't use anything else. Like, I wouldn't use any sort of face wash or face creams or face masks with it, or even a moisturizer. I would just be too scared of kind of reacting with something, because obviously I'm a bit anxious, sorry, about that, just because of the incident when I was 11, when I put everything on my face and it completely burnt my face. But yeah, I would only get the 10 if you're just washing your face with soap and water before. I'm even a bit worried about using soap and water. I just use water normally if I'm not using Clarins. But yeah, that's what Quinidam is. I think that's it, apart from these last couple of things. I wanted to talk about bio oil quickly, just because it's super amazing and really, really works. So I don't want to trigger anyone, so trigger warning before I start talking about this. I used to suffer from like self-harm and things. I don't do it anymore. It's not a solution for things, so if you're self-harming or if you're thinking about it, please don't, and talk to me, because I'm always here to listen to anyone. But yeah, if you're looking to get rid of your scars, I would definitely use bio oil. Now, you can't use it unless they're scars. You can't use it on cuts, if that makes any sense. Like, if the skin's still broken or if it's still a scab, then you can't use this on it, because it will get into the cut and it will possibly get it infected, and kind of, it will just be really, really bad for the healing process. But once it is healed and once it is literally just a scar that you're trying to get rid of, I would use this. You can also use it for stretch marks, but I haven't used it for mine, just because I haven't really got around to it. My stretch marks don't bother me that much. But yeah, I'd recommend using that. It is quite expensive. This was £8. I'm not sure how much that is in dollars, but I think it's a bit more than that. So you don't get a lot. This is 60 millilitres, so it isn't a lot, but I've used that. That's been like a month of use for me. So you do get quite a lot of stuff in there. You don't need a lot, you only need a tiny amount. Same with Quinidam. You don't need to put a lot on your face. It's only like a pea-sized amount, and you just dot it around your face and then rub it in. Also about the Quinidam, I'm talking very fast, so I need to slow down. Also about the Quinidam, you need to put it all over your face. You can't just put it on spots, if that makes any sense. Like, if you just have a pimple, this, like, that cream is not just for pimples. Like, you only need to be using it if you do have acne in like an area. So it's not like, you know, one of those one fixed spot stick things that you put on your spot and it kind of goes away overnight. It's not one of those freedom things. So you do need to apply it all over your face or all over the area that you have acne, because it also kind of prevents spreading of it. Because if you just put it on the spot, the stuff will penetrate, but then it will like kind of spread out. So it's kind of hard to explain. If you had a spot here and you put the Quinidam on, the spot would kind of just disperse out that way, and you'd get like 5 around that area, but then none in the middle where you put the cream. So you do need to put it like all over your face or all over the area that you have. So I usually put it all over my chin, all over my nose area, and then all over my forehead and down these bits. I don't usually put it on my cheeks, just because I don't get acne there. And also, I was talking to a dermatologist once, and they said you shouldn't put it anywhere that you definitely don't have acne, just because, specifically your cheeks, if you don't have acne on your cheeks, don't put any product there apart from soap, because your cheeks are very sensitive, and it's like your eyelid skin. It's not as thin, but it is still very sensitive, and you don't want to be putting excess product there because you will damage your skin, and that's not good. So the last things I want to talk about is a foundation, or 2 foundations, and this is what I'm wearing at the moment. It's quite good coverage. I would recommend it for anyone who has acne, just because it's made by a skin company. It's the Vichy and Dermablend mix, the collaboration that they did, and I'm not sure, I think they're both skin companies, so they're not foundation companies. They don't make makeup solely, but they're skincare companies. So I don't have any of their products in terms of like cleaning products or, you know, acne removal or treatment products, but I do have their foundations because they're really good. They don't break me out at all. This one is a stick, so it's like that, and you kind of just go like this. You can't really see that because it's a good match for my skin tone, but and you mix it in. This is like a cream foundation. The only thing I would say about this one is it clings to the dry patches of my skin, and by the end of the day it's kind of, you know, when foundation kind of just kind of like soaks into the skin and it's really patchy. I get that with this, but I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube that say this is an amazing product and it works for them. It just doesn't really work for me, it doesn't really cut it, but the foundation, the liquid foundation certainly does, and that's like one of the main favourite foundations ever. I'm currently not using it, I'm actually using a MAC foundation at the moment, but this is what I would swear by if you're scared of breaking out, or if you really need to cover. This is like high coverage. Like, you could use this as a concealer and then just have like a BB cream and you would look flawless. This is the foundation. I don't know whether any of you guys saw it, but do you know Zombie Boy? That guy who has the tattoos like all over his body of a zombie. This is the stuff that they use to cover him up. So this is like one of the best foundations for coverage. It like covers tattoos, like seriously. I'll try and, I don't know whether you guys can see that scar there. It's not from cutting, don't worry, it's just a scar. I'll cover it up now. Like, you guys can't see that at all, I don't think. You can see where I put it though. But yeah, it's so super high coverage. It just doesn't really work for me, like the consistency and how it works on your skin, but the finishes, I think they're both matte. No, this one's not matte, this one is, but this one leaves kind of like a satiny semi-matte finish. Nothing that I wouldn't, like, I would go out without powder if I was just going out quickly, but you do need to set those foundations. I still use this one as an under eye concealer just because it's so high coverage, and it ensures I don't break out here, because I do have breakouts like around here because of the amount of concealer I have to put on my dark circles because I don't sleep. But yeah, it doesn't break you out at all, and it used to work for me. I think it worked for about a day or two, and I have to say I have tried it with like a number of different ways. Like, I've tried using it with a brush, a sponge, just mixing it in with my fingers, with the setting powder that from Vichy. Give me a second. I used to use the Vichy setting powder as well, which is like the same Vichy Dermablend mix, but it still wouldn't stay on my face with that. So I have used it in different ways. Personally, it doesn't work for me, but I would definitely recommend this to anyone who has acne or has like hyperpigmentation that just needs that extra coverage. I definitely wouldn't recommend it for people who don't need full coverage foundations, because there's a lot on the market that you can get that is still high end, still won't break you out, but isn't that full coverage. But definitely, if anyone has acne, then I would definitely recommend the products that you've seen in this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm so sorry it's really long, but if you can kind of tell, I'm big on this. I like skincare, I like caring after my skin. So yeah, feel free to comment down below what you guys use, or whether any of this has helped you, or whether you're going to buy any of this, or your experiences with this product. Has Dermablend worked for you? Has it not? Did any of these products work for you? Did they not? And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!